everybody, I am NicoD. So today I am back. You can already see what I am going to do. So here I have got a few of my SD cards, 128 gigabytes, most of them. This one is 256 gigabytes. This one is 512 gigabytes. Then I've got these, the Samsung, I forgot how they are called. Is it written on there? The bar, Samsung bar. So one is 256 gigabyte, but this is a newer one. This one is only 64 gigabytes, but this one is a lot better than this one. So we will compare these. Then here one from ADATA. Here a stick from Sandisk. It's only also 128 gigabytes. This is 256 gigabytes. It isn't very good, or no, 128 gigabytes. It is from Medion, from the Aldi. This is, I don't know, 32 gigabytes from Sandisk. So I needed some new storage because I am waiting on new single board computers to arrive, and I of course need SD cards for them. So I thought I will have to buy new SD cards. So here I've got 3 packets from Amazon. Let's open them. So the first, so what's in here? So 128 Sandisk Extreme, 128 Sandisk Ultra. That's one gone. The second, here we have got an Anchor USB SD to USB adapter. This should be the fastest that I've got, so I have got a few of these. These thumb drives, these are very good. These go up to 90 megabytes a second, so they are very good. But this one should be better. I hope it is, so we will see. Otherwise I will have to test with this. We will test with the fastest that I've got. So you can have a very fast SD card, but if your reader can't do the speeds, then you are not so much with your SD card. So we've got these, and there is one more package. Why didn't they send it all in one package? It all arrived the same moment. So here we again have got 2 packages. Again a Sandisk, but this is the Sandisk Ultra, but the what is it? Is it green or is it gray? I think it's gray. I'm colorblind, so I think this is the gray one. So these are alike, but not completely alike. So this should do 120, this should do 100. So this is a little less. I've got a lot of these. I bought, a lot of those. And they are good enough for most SBCs. For my better SBCs, I use these. I use this for the RK3399s, like the Station P1. I would use this. So, and now we also have got this, the Evo Plus from Samsung. So I already have got this one. So this is 512 gigabytes. Evo Plus, but the 512 gigabyte is a lot better than the 128. So I have tested these before, years ago. So the Samsung wasn't very good. The problem with Samsung was it wasn't a straight line, so it was going up, going down, going up, going down, so it wasn't stable, and that made me know that I shouldn't use this for my cameras. So I was using this for my cameras because this did 90 megabytes and it was stable over the whole line. So I started to use these for my cameras, and I still use these 64 gigabytes for my SBCs. And these I also use for my SBCs, but for my slower SBCs, like the Raspberry Pi 400 and other slower. And these, I don't know, I've got smaller of them, I don't know how good they are, so we will see. So here we go! So my first conclusion, I've tested this SD card, so the Sandisk Extreme 256 gigabytes. So I tried it with the new Anchor SD reader. So I also tried with this, my generic. I've got a few of those. So I tried it with this, and I also tried it with this Ugreen USB hub and also SD reader. So the conclusion for now is that's my cheapest device. So this is less than €5. So this is the cheapest device and it is the best. So it is reaching 95.9 megabytes a second read and 88.3 megabytes per second write, and also the access time is best, 0.54 milliseconds. My Android N2 Plus does it the worst at 23 megabytes per second, so it is the SD reader from my Android N2 Plus. That is over there. So the Ugreen USB hub is at the second place with 85 and 80 megabytes, but then the access time is very bad, so 0.84 milliseconds. So this isn't very good. It is a USB-C hub, so that's pretty bad. I thought this would be better, but it isn't the best. So I will test all my SD cards with this reader, because this can have the highest bandwidth. So I've already done this one. Now let's test all the others. So it's a pity, I wanted to have a better one, but well, I guess sometimes the cheapest is the best. So we are 1 day later and I've got all my results. So I also done it with my PC with Crystal Disk Mark. So here are the results for Crystal Disk Mark. And I also done the random 4K read and random 4K write, 4 kilobyte read and 4 kilobyte write. So that's for the small files, so that is important if you run a Linux distro. The boot speeds will depend on this. So my results are, of course, my favorite SD cards, this one and this one. So these perform best, so they get about the maximum speed. That's my USB 3 SD card readers can get. So I've got these two and these are the best. So I also tried the Anchor on my PC, so it's Crystal Disk Mark, and the Anchor again got the same results as I got on the Android N2 Plus with GNOME disks. So these are the best, these are the cheapest. If somebody knows any SD reader that is better, please let me know, because I want some that are better. So these are my favorite SD cards. Let's see. So the Sandisk Extreme 95.9 megabytes read for the 256 and 88.3 write. And then again 97.4 read with Crystal Disk Mark, 87 write. And random 4K is 10.11, random 4K write 4.34, so that is pretty good. So these are my favorite and they still keep being my favorite. Yeah, I've got Sandisk Ultra, I think. No, I've got another Sandisk Extreme, the black ones, but they are in use. And those are even better, but these already max out my SD readers, so I don't need anything better. So these are the best. Then we have got the 512 gigabytes Samsung Evo Plus. This one also was pretty good, so 96.6 reads, 86.9 write, a good access time, and again with Crystal Disk Mark the same results, and for 4K read 12.1, 4K write 4.1, so that is pretty good for the 512GB Samsung Evo Plus. But then the 128GB Samsung Evo Plus, the read speed is pretty good, but the write speed is 66.3. The same with Crystal Disk Mark, and 4K read is pretty good, 12.1. 4K write is 4.1. So that is okay, but the sequential write isn't perfect. But that is not necessary. Only if you use a camera at 4K, then you would want a better write speed. So I use cameras, of course. Then we have got these two. So the gray-green, I don't know if it is green or gray. So that's this one. So gray-green and 95.8. Again, it maxes out the read speed, but only 33.8 write speed. And the red one, so that is this one, 96.6 read, again maxes out, 48.9. So this one is better than this one, but not that much. And then we've got the Samsung bars. So with these I had problems, so my Odroid N2 Plus got different scores to my PC, and also sometimes when I plugged them into my PC they only went at 40 megabytes, so USB 2 speeds, and then I had to plug them out and plug them back in, and then suddenly they got 300 megabytes. So this was a pretty weird thing. They are not as stable, it seems, but my Odroid N2 Plus also has got bad USB. So it only has got one USB controller, and it isn't a very good USB controller. So the Samsung bar 64GB 112.9 read 20 write. So that was with my Odroid N2 Plus, and then with my Crystal Disk Mark on my PC, 308 read and 35 write. The 4K read is very good, 15, 4K write very good, 19.8. So these are pretty good to use as an OS, but not on the Odroid N2 Plus. So the other one, 256, again a bad score with my Odroid N2 Plus, so 86.5 read, 32.4 write, and then 329 read with Crystal Disk Mark on my PC, and 73 write. So this is pretty good. Again, a good access time. Again, a good 4K read, 15.4. So that is these ones. Then this one was the worst of all. Yeah, there is also. Where is it? Oh, I put it away. So this was the worst SD card that I've got, Transcendent 128GB. So it is just awful. So 4.2 megabytes read, 9.4 write, 1.5 milliseconds access time. That is just awful. So 2.9 with Crystal Disk Mark, 2.5. This is just awful. I only use it to store data. So here on this one, Futurama is stored. So I use it to watch Futurama when I am traveling. But otherwise I don't trust this with anything. So then the Sandisk 128 USB 3. So that's this one. There was a problem. So here it's dipped and it went up, it dipped and it went up, just like the Medion, but the Medion went to 0 megabytes a second. So this is just the worst that I've got. No more using this for OSs. So this one also wasn't very good, and I knew that it wasn't very good. This one is better. It is 32 gigabytes, but it is quite a bit better. So 152.9 and 19.1, the write speed ain't great. But well, on my PC the write speed was a little bit better, but not that much better. And then of course the best of them all is a USB 3 to SATA. So this one got 392.5 megabytes a second sequential read and 369.2 write. So that on my Odroid N2 Plus, the access time 0.33 is pretty good. Oh no, 0.23. So on my PC I was using a 10 gigabit port, so it got 449 megabytes and 415 writes. And then the random 4K 25 megabytes and 39 megabytes, 0.4 for the write. So of course this is a lot better. These can be even cheaper than sticks like these. So if you want to use a USB device on an SBC, if it is an SBC that has USB 3, it is better to use a SATA to USB. This will have the best experience for you. So all the SD cards, they are only good when you have got a good SD reader. So like for instance the Odroid N2 Plus, its SD reader isn't very good. I've tested it here, so 23 megabytes reads and 15 megabytes writes, so that ain't very good. So for the Odroid N2 Plus, it doesn't matter if you use the best card, the Sandisk Extreme, or if you use a Sandisk Ultra. But well, that is it. That is my conclusion. I still use these, like on my Rock Pi X, I use this. I use it on different SBCs, I've got a few of them. I've got, as you see here, I've got another of these adapters, and I've got a few more. So these are very good. SD cards are very expensive and not so good. So Sandisk Extreme is my favorite. So thank you all for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel. Tomorrow I will receive the Kadas Edge 2, so with an RK3588S. I will be very happy, and I will probably make a video about the unboxing and the first try. So all subscribe for that. Thank you all for watching. See you later. Bye.